Hello, dear viewers. I hope everyone's staying warm. I want to read on this storm, these ongoing storms, this ongoing polar sheet of air that is encompassing most of the nation in the U.S. here. And let us look a little bit at climate. All right. Okay, so this has been very dangerous. I mean, not only have there been storms that have killed people, and we have hypothermia, and we have people getting stranded on the roads with the black ice, and we have car accidents, and we have tornadoes then in North Carolina that killed 3. So what in the world is going on? And I think Georgia's had trouble with that as well. So let us see how it is going. I am very concerned about friends in Texas who are dealing with rolling power outages. Some not so rolling, I think. I mean, I think some are. How do you go without power when it's 20 degrees outside? So I'm concerned about them. I'm concerned about their homes. So, and of course in Texas, they're now saying, whoa, I guess we need to think about this because this could happen again. They just need a lot less electricity in the winter usually, but not this winter. So they haven't created that much electricity. Let us see. What about Texas right now and into the future? Okay, so we have, there we go. We can kind of focus over here. We have the Empress and we have the 6 of Swords. Oh, we're pregnant with a new possibility, but it's still a little while yet. And I do know they're going to get more snow, probably. The Hangman delay. They just have to hang out. There's not much can be done right now. Get a new perspective. Okay, yeah. There's the new perspective of we need to think about how we shore up the power grid. Not only there, but other places. So what about in the immediate future? 6 of Swords. Oh, wow. So I'm sorry, you guys, but it looks like you still have trouble for, I would say, I don't know if this is a few days. Let's see. We have the Devil tied to it. Something with greed and avarice is at the heart of this. And maybe it's just, it takes extra investment to have power at the ready for when it's needed. And again, maybe it's another situation like we see with the U.S. hospitals, where you don't want to have any more than you absolutely need at any moment because it ends up costing money. So you just have only what you need. But until need outstrips it. And then we have it's an opportunity. Okay, it's an opportunity to learn some new things about this. All right. Well, it looks like I got to just hang in there, sending all kinds of warm hugs and warmth to everybody in these southern states, not just Texas, but there are all kinds of states that are just, there's snow on the beaches. So, what in the world? What about a little further out for this issue? We have the 7 of Swords. There's a hidden agenda. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Lover's card. There are barriers to making changes that would protect the power grid in the future. So I think that Spirit is saying, keep an eye on them. Keep writing your Congress people. Keep writing them. Keep calling them. Let them know, no matter what state you're in, that more attention needs to be paid to the infrastructure. Okay. Let's see about reasons for this, right? Now, a few years ago in Minnesota, we had a polar vortex issue. The polar vortex split in half. There were 2. And that's very unusual, highly unusual. They figure it's because the seas around the Arctic were warmer than they should be. And that created polar air coming further south into Minnesota. And so we had much lower temperatures almost all that winter. It was miserable. Well, so I am wondering if this particular issue, it has to do with the jet streams, right? It has to do with how far south this is going, this air is going. But let's see, does it have to do with climate change? Well, we have the five. Yeah, there's corporate greed. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Two of Cups. We have, yes, absolutely. We have politicians, making cozy with fossil fuel industries. Yeah, and gradually. So it's happened so gradually that, it's easy for people to say, if they have a mind to, that, well, we had a cold winter, we had a better than average winter this one, we had a colder winter that one, oh well. But the thing is, no, if you look at the trends and you look at the numbers, no, it's obviously not normal, it's not natural. So yeah, this too in Texas and other parts of the country is related to climate change, is what I am seeing. Absolutely. Do we make any progress on that in the near future? Page of Swords, King of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Well, yeah, okay, so what I see is this. There are some changes made, and probably under the Biden administration, and maybe there's more globally as the Paris Climate Agreement that keeps on moving forward. So maybe there's even more globally. So it makes it so that we can kind of stand our ground a bit. However, there's a lot of studying and investigating going on with that King of Swords, and there is truth to be had. And there's only the beginning of a plan, so we're going to want to speed it up, but at least there are some things that are going to try to keep the worst at bay for a while. We definitely need to use that sort of truth and that logic and looking at what's logically true, not what we want it to be, to go ahead and make changes that are necessary. And this one popped out, the Eight of Coins. We all need to be better informed. So many are still learning, and we do need to all be better informed. Okay. Ultimately, yeah, I think there will be more towers, yes. But then we have the Four of Wands. Right. There will be more towers to some communities, with environmental changes. Houses being destroyed or damaged. That's really the thing. So Biden just flew out, by the way. The King of Wands just flew out. So we really do have to look at that. It looks like Biden will, I'm seeing that Biden will pay attention to those things. That's good. Not just, brushing them off or putting them under, sweeping them under the rug. I am concerned about hurricane season coming up because I feel like it's going to be a more severe one, you guys. Now, the last one, I just thought, Midland, a lot more activity, but hurricanes that take lives are horrible all around. There are difference between those hurricanes and the megas, the mega ones like Maria for Puerto Rico, Andrew for Florida. There are differences. So a lot of times I want to make it very clear what I'm hearing and what my point of reference is. So I feel like there will be hurricanes with higher winds this time. There will be a couple that have high winds. Last year I saw water, and yeah, there was water. But this year, sure, water. Okay, spirits. So what? Now, I hate doing these readings, though, you guys, I have to say, because I don't want people to sit there and worry. A lot of times, if I read for individuals, I get a really good sense of what they should know, for the next hurricane season. And when I do these, I don't want everybody being like, oh my gosh, this is going to happen and I don't know what to do. No, Spirit would only give us this information to be more on alert, more ready, and certainly we are always guided by our intuition and by wisdom, by good logic. We're always guided to make good decisions. So this is just, I think, to say, let's be prepared this year. But let's see. but then again, people are more in a state of readiness because there was more hurricane activity last year. And there was Laura, and that was a pretty serious storm. But also, there were lots of things that just created inconveniences and temporary evacuations and problems. So I think we're at a better state of readiness. But look at this. Yeah. Okay, so I see homes being damaged here. And 10 of Swords. That's, yeah, lives lost. So there might be a fairly big storm among them. Two. But yet, I said, I brought up some other storms. I don't know that it's Andrew big. I don't know that it's Maria big, but Maria for Puerto Rico. But I think there are some big storms. So we need to be aware. I just heard fairly early. There's something fairly early in the season. Okay, what should we know? Yeah, okay. Right. We have the death card, right? Well, I saw loss of life. Okay. If there's one storm, don't take too long looking at the past because there can be another. The Three of Cups, it may be occurring at a time when a lot of people are celebrating or wanting to travel there to the warmer climes. Which is odd, right? Well, so it could happen early in the season when people are still traveling to the warmer states to escape cooler climes. All right. I do want to say, though, I do have some patrons in Texas. I do readings for Texas and Florida. And I do not feel that they are in danger. I really feel like readiness for evacuation is the key here. If people need to evacuate, they need to evacuate. And I think just the willingness to do that is the big deal. Because I don't think there has to be a lot of loss of life. I really don't. But it's one of those situations where people need to be able to. And may our government and our helping agencies help those who find it hard financially to evacuate. Yeah, that's really the key. That's really the key is evacuation. And I do see some floods. Southern states, Gulf states. So yeah, we've gotta look at that. California. Okay, so last summer I saw more wildfires again, and then mudslides. And that's what they had. I feel like wildfires this coming summer won't be as bad as they were this last. Let's see. Partly because some things are so burnt, that the fires don't gain ground as easily. So we have, the government also making some decisions there that are helpful. And we have the Four of Coins hanging in there. The Five of Swords cutting away. There's some policies that will be made to really prevent them more so. Okay. There may be more limits on where people decide to rebuild. There may be more protections placed around cities. I don't know if this is already happening. More protective zones placed around certain cities. So, okay. I don't think it's as bad as it was this last summer. All right. And I don't see like ongoing trouble with mudslides, do we? Again, with the government. Debate, a lot of stormy debate happening though about all of this. So that's fortunate. All right, Spirit. So what about and other areas of the world? I know Australia had such terrible wildfires. I feel they'll have more. But then again, the season is now, isn't it? So, I mean, let's see. 8 of coins. The Hermit. 3 of Swords. Just sort of ongoing. Just sort of nothing bigger, but just sort of this ongoing issue. Where you will hear of a wildfire here or there. And yeah, and some that, really gain some ground for a couple weeks, So yeah, it's still an issue. It's still an issue. Earthquakes. Earthquakes, so unpredictable. I always get questions about the West Coast in the U.S. Yeah. I mean, sure, I see earthquake activity, but not, maybe one that's a little kind of, not so great, but also not like this huge one. You know what I mean? I see around San Francisco, Northern California, right around there. I see one that's, newsworthy, but typical, but yet typical, not anything that is terribly unusual. Okay. All right. Let's see. If anything else comes up, I will pop in and let you all know. I just heard heat wave. India, round Southwest Asia. Something there. Yep. Something with the heat. All right. Well, so, I think there will be areas on the globe that have extreme weather, that have us going, climate change is a real thing. It's still happening. Do we have a great deal of progress on that soon? On decreasing use of fossil fuels? See, here we still have, I feel like big oil, big business, fossil fuel industry is so big with too much power. But some things will just have to happen. Manifestation by the government. There will be some laws that are like, bam. In the U.S. and in agreement with other countries, like through the Paris Accord. So there will be some things that are just like, no more. Okay, so I like seeing that. All right, well, there we have it. I do believe, I've always felt that we're going to get our stuff together about this, and technology is going to help us out a lot. We're going to wait too long. We're going to wait till the 11th hour as a species, humanity, until a lot of the things we're suffering are pretty much, evidence you just can't shake a stick at. So we will wait too long, but it will be doable. It will be doable. So that's what I've always seen with this. We will actually do it. We will not destroy the Earth's habitability for humanity. And people always talk about destroying the Earth. Oh, we cannot destroy the Earth. But we can destroy our own species and other species, some other species in the mix. But no, I do not see that. I do not see that. In fact, I see once we all decide to take it really seriously, I see huge progress. So, all right. Well, we keep adding our voices to that. We keep doing our own recycling. We keep on trying not to buy plastic if we don't have to buy plastic. And, that's not wasting energy, not wasting fuels. We all do our best, and we talk to our lawmakers about holding large businesses and fossil fuel industries accountable, or putting money into renewable energy, better yet. Okay, but I actually feel optimism for the long haul. All right, thank you all so very much. You take care. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Stay warm, everybody. Stay warm. Okay, bye-bye.